Okay, we're going to just take a look at number 4, and we're going to take a look at number 6. Okay, number 4 you don't actually have to draw out. You just have to think about it in terms of whether you have a solid line or a dotted line. For this one here, you're going to have a solid line, and this one you have a dotted line. And what it's asking is if you took the two lines and you cross them, wherever they cross, do we include this as a solution? So do I fill it in? That's what it's asking. If you can't include it as a solution, you leave it as an open circle. So the question is, can you fill this in and use this as a solution? The answer is no, because it works for the solid line, but it never works for the dotted line because you can't include any dots on a dotted line. So that means that you would have to leave it open because it doesn't work for both. So the answer is just leave it open. Okay, take a look at question 6. Question 6 is talking about a company that makes black and red mugs. Okay, so we're going to have X as our black mugs and Y as our red mugs. And they say that they can make a total of 50 mugs per day. So if I add up all my black and all my red, I can make less than or equal to 50 mugs per day. Pretty easy. It's the second inequality that's the hard one. Anytime they're comparing one thing to another, and I'm kind of giving you this as a hint, write out both colors and write X and Y below it, and then try to figure out where the number goes. It's not where you think it goes. So I'm going to go black and red, and we know black is X, and we know red is Y. Okay, now what you do is you think about a random number, and what we're going to use that random number is to try to figure out where we put the 2. Because it says we make twice as many black mugs as red mugs. So we're thinking we're going to put the 2 in front of the X, but you don't. Okay, so here's what you do. Pick a random number. I'm going to pick the number 3. If I had 3 red mugs, how many black mugs would I make? Well, it says I make 2 black mugs for every 1 red mug, so I'd have twice as many. So it means I would end up with 6. So how did I get there? How did I get from 3 to 6? All I did was double it, so it meant that I had to put a 2 in front of the 3 to multiply, which means that the 2 goes in front of the Y, not the X. And I could have chosen any other number. I didn't have to choose 3. I could have chosen the number 5. If I had 5 red mugs, I know I'd have 10 black mugs. How did I go from 5 to 10? I doubled it, so the 2 goes in front of the Y. Now you figure out your inequality. What do I have more of, black or red? In reality, I have more black mugs, so I know that it goes this way. And I'm done. So that's how you approach questions that compare the X to the Y directly. You gotta write it out, pick a random number, and then figure out how you change the smaller one into the bigger one, and then put the number where it's supposed to go.